Welcome back to IntuitiveTea Gemini. This is going to be for Libras. This is going to be the November collective reading. So this may not resonate for all, but it's going to resonate for the majority. If you enjoy this energy exchange, please like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to be using the Psychic Oracle deck today. We're going to be using the Energy Oracle deck, and we're going to be using the Soul's Journey Oracle deck today. Once I finish these, please comment if it resonates or if you have any suggestions, recommendations, or videos. So let's see, we're going to start with this one. We're coming in November for Libras. What can Libras expect? Clarity and insight for Libras. What can Libras expect? Clarity and insight. What can Libras expect? Clarity and insight. What can Libras expect? Clarity and insight. You received off gate the Sun card, so that's an amazing card to receive. For one, we already know number ones represent beginnings. The Sun represents endless warmth, as in like shining, receiving of things. I want to say. So to start that off gate Libras for November, you know, tomorrow being the 1st of November, you received number one, the Sun card, the start of something. It's saying literally your November is going to start off very blessed. You're walking into new opportunities. You're walking into new beginnings. A lot of new things for you, Libra. A lot of new things for Libras all together. What else can we get for first chakra? Archangel Michael, you received, I believe this is either the sacral chakra. I gotta look. It's either the sacral chakra. I know for a fact it's one of the chakras, duh. But it's the chakra that represents intuition, like your gut feelings, good things, like you knowing something, an inner knowing. How you feel, I know for a fact is what that's pertaining to. I believe it's, I don't know. I don't think it's the how you feel. I think it's actually speaking on your personal energy towards yourself. Like how you view yourself. Let's see. What's coming in November for Libras? What's coming in November for Libras? In November for Libras, you receive, last but not least, Magician and the Mirror. So right off gate, like I said before, manifesting new beginnings. Ones represent beginnings. The Magician represents beginnings. You creating and crafting new things in your life. Literally a magician in your own life. It's saying you're creating your reality. You receive two cards, so it's saying you need to create your reality based off how you feel, what you think, you know, what you feel is best for you. It's saying never allow someone to live vicariously through you is what they're saying. It's saying you'll know what's best for you. Trust your intuition. That's why we all have our own intuition. It's saying you need to create this. Moving into November, you need to start focusing on creating or crafting your life the way you would like it to be. That means like if you want to be a certain type of way, if you want to look a certain type of way, if you want to pursue something, you know, whatever it is you want to do, it's saying you have new beginnings. You have this opportunity to do that. I think this is so cool. I just saw something and I think it's for me too. You received the number 3553, so you received the, what is it called? A pendulum? I think it's called a pendulum. That's when the number is the same way frontwards as it is backwards. So angel number 3553 for Libras. I feel like it's saying y'all should look that up. That's going to give you some sort of clarity as well. I'm going to look that up too. I'm going to write it down because I think that's for me. I just took your number. That's for me too. Okay. I'm not even a Libra, but I took it. Oh well. Let's see. Let's see. Moving into November. You received power. I believe, who was that? Who did I just do? Was it Taurus or was it Virgo? It was Virgo, I believe, that had the power card. This is saying to receive the Sun and the power card together. For one, abundance is coming to you through these new beginnings and blessings. But the powers represent the fact that you are in control of where your life is headed. You're in control of what happens to you in the future. You know, what type of future you have. So it's saying do something with that now. It's saying anything new that presents itself to you now, take advantage of it. As in, like in a good way. Exploit it to your benefit. It's not saying take advantage of somebody. It's saying take advantage of new opportunities and experiences. It's saying because you will never know where this will lead you unless you do something about it. It's saying you're in control of, literally you're in control of how your life is going to be. So it's saying the work you're currently putting in now will show up in the future. If you're not putting in work now, you're not going to receive anything. So it's saying take advantage of everything that's given to you. The first chakra, speaking on how you feel, movements, choices, and decisions. In November, you're going to be faced with a lot as far as like people presenting things to you, jobs opening up, new experiences, having a chance to move here or to move here, having a chance to do, you know, what is it? What's that word? Mentorships and like different things. It's saying a lot of choices, movements, and decisions are going to come to you in November, Libras. To receive the first chakra, it's saying that you need to make sure you're going off what your intuition is telling you to do. Don't go off just how it looks. Oh, I see it's a lot of benefits over here in this one, so I'm going with that one. It's saying go off what your intuition is telling you. It's basically saying don't be blinded by what you're shown through these things. This is another part that represents not making hasty decisions. Think about it. Ponder on it if you need to. Magician in the mirror. Let's see. Magician in the mirror. Discontent and boredom. It's saying the reason why a lot of you are focused on creating new beginnings for yourself in the first place is because you're no longer happy. Not where you currently are, but you're no longer happy with how your life is. So it's saying you're looking toward new beginnings, creating new beginnings, crafting new beginnings for yourself. This discontent and boredom purposely happened. Like, I feel like this happened for a reason. They're pushing you out of your comfort zone. So a lot of you are used to this. A lot of you like have grown comfortable in only receiving the bare minimum. So it's saying they're literally pushing you out of this. That's the reason why you feel bored. That's the reason why you feel discontent all of a sudden. That's the reason why you feel like things, I feel like, aren't hitting the fan for you the way you thought they should. The 4 on that also represents hard work. So it's saying you're going to have to be willing to put in this hard work to see these things manifest for you. It's not just going to fall in your lap. But it's saying if you're willing to be patient and put in that hard work, you're guaranteed success. It's saying something's always going to come from the effort you put in. That consistency as well. It's saying your consistency is going to be key. Being positive about it. Being patient. Having positive expectations about it as well. Because think about it. If you put in all this hard work, you go above and beyond to strive to receive something, but you don't think you're going to get it, you're basically wasting your time. Why are you going to work hard towards something if you feel like it's not even going to come true for you, or you're not going to receive it? That's like me. That's like, what is it? What's an example I can use? Say you go to school, you work hard for something, but you don't think you're going to receive it. You get up every day, go to class for this degree, you take these exams, you study for your degree, but you keep telling yourself throughout the school year, I'm not going to get it. You're not going to get it because you're sitting there telling yourself, even though you're doing all this hard work, it's not going to come to you. It's not going to. That's another thing, like, he's not going to bless you with something that you don't even feel like you deserve. How is he going to bless you with it if you don't even feel like it's for you? I don't deserve that. Okay, well, I'm going to give it to you. So it's like you need to make sure you are in the right mindset and frame of mind as far as what you're going to receive as well. If you're doing everything that's been asked of you to do, the only thing you have left to do is actually be positive about it and tell yourself it's going to come, regardless if you see it or not, regardless if your life or your entire situation is showing you something completely different. It's saying you need to be positive about it. You expect negative things to come from it, negative things are going to come from it. You're literally creating what happens to you. If you're not happy with the circumstance or what's going on, it's because you're creating that unhappiness. You're the only person who has control over how you feel. Even though you can't control even though you can't control what's going on around you, it's saying you have control over your feelings towards it. Don't pay it any mind. Don't feed into it. You're allowing this to get you. Nothing. It's not getting you. This situation is not eating you up. You are eating you up because you're playing it. You're looking at it in a negative way. So that's what it's going to be. For the power in the sun card. For the power in the sun card, let's see what that's pertaining to for Libras in November. Walking into November, what is that pertaining to? Them taking control over their new beginnings. What is this pertaining to for Libras? What do you have to tell Libras? You receive purpose. I know what I am here to do. Okay, yeah. So a lot of you are, it's literally saying a lot of you are about to start working and walking in your purpose more. A lot of you already know what you're here to do, and it's saying you're going to start putting in more effort toward this. So it's saying I feel like a lot of you have found your soul purpose and your soul mission. November, you're really going to dive into it. Some of you already knew, like you've been known, but it's saying you're really going to focus on it the month of November, Libras. You receive patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. That's literally saying you have to be patient and allow God to bring you these things whenever he feels as if you're ready. Never force it. You force something that's not for you, he's going to show you every chance he can why it's not for you. You're not going to be happy in a situation that wasn't for you. Because he didn't, when you were born, when we were all born, he created a certain life for us. He created what was going to happen, what we were going to receive out of that. If you say you go about doing something that he never had planned in your life, you're going to suffer. You know what I'm saying? Something's going to happen. Something bad is going to come from that because he didn't give that to you. He didn't say, okay, this is your relationship. He didn't say, okay, this is your degree. You said that. It's like he knows what he's doing. You going above and beyond, thinking you creating the life he told you to live. If he wants you to have that or doesn't want you to have it, then you won't, or you will. It's saying like you need to stop trying to force fit this, because that's really what it is. Being patient is saying you need to make your choices, make sure you're doing it based off how you feel about it, but at the same time, if you know something's not for you, stop forcing it, or don't force fit it. Don't try to squeeze it in there like he can't see it. He see it and that's why it's not gonna work. Because you're force fitting it. He didn't tell you that was for you. He didn't tell you it wasn't. But if you can jump the gun and you automatically assume, okay, that's like you telling God, this is for me. He didn't tell you that was for you, so it's not going to work. And now you wonder why every time you try this out, it's not working. He never told you it was for you. He never told you that was yours to have or to keep or to, like I said, do whatever you want to do with it. So it's like you're really bringing that on yourself. Not you bringing it on yourself, but these situations and these circumstances and struggling in this, it's saying you're bringing it on yourself because you're not following what he's trying to show you or following what he's telling you to do. Now, last but not least, you receive forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. This is basically saying let things go. You can't move forward and you can't receive. For one, like they say, he's not going to bless no mess is what I read. It says he's not blessing no mess. If you're holding resentment and you're holding this and the third against this person or whatever it is, that's why it's saying they want you to forgive. Like everybody say, we all don't hurt it. Forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. You holding on to it. They're not bothered. That person's not bothered about you walking around feeling this type of way. You're bothered. It's literally saying that. And it's literally saying that's why you're discontent in life. It's saying that's why you're not happy. You're walking around not forgiving people thinking it's affecting them. It's affecting you because you thinking about it. You replaying it. I'm pretty sure they not. I don't feel like, I'm not going to say it like they just don't care, but it is saying like you need to let that stuff go. It's not saying you have to forget it, but it is saying you have to forgive just for the simple fact that it's bothering you, not them. It's literally saying that's the reason why you're unhappy. That's the reason why you feel like things aren't working out for you in life. You're walking around with so much pent up anger or resentment towards people who are no longer walking around with that. You're wondering why they're enjoying life and you're not. You're walking around with things. And when I say this, it's like, no, they don't deserve to just walk around like they didn't do anything to you. No, I'm not saying it's okay, because that's not right. It's just saying like, you are making yourself unhappy. You're making yourself miserable because you're walking around with the same emotions you want the person that hurt you to walk around with, and they're not. That's why you're unhappy. You're seeing this person be happy and it's eating you up. How are you happy after what you did? And more than like this because that person forgave themselves, or that person has moved past that, or that person has been forgiven. And when I say not forgiven by you, I mean like forgiven by God. That's what I'm saying. You walking around with that. It's literally saying you can't focus on, I'm going to show you, it's saying you can't focus on these new beginnings because you're holding resentment in, and this is causing you to feel unhappy and discontent. It's literally saying you are trapping yourself, Libra. Libra, whoever it's referring to, you're trapping yourself within this mindset. You're trapping yourself within this, I don't want to say this pity, because at the end of the day, you have the right to feel the way you feel. When something gets done to you, you have the right to feel some type of way. It got done to you. Can't nobody tell you you don't have the right to, that just can never happen. You have that right. But what it is saying is that you shouldn't have the right to hold yourself back every day you wake up because you're thinking about something that happened 3 years ago. they're not stuck. You are. You know, they're moving forward. You're stuck. It's like you want them to feel that. They don't feel that. And it's not saying it in a bad way. It's just saying you need to realize that you're causing yourself more harm by not forgiving these individuals or forgiving this person than you are doing them, or that you feel like you're doing them, because you're not doing it to them. You're doing it to you. They moved past it. Of course, duh, they did it to you. So of course it's gonna be easy for them to move past it. But it's saying what really the real whatchamacallit is, what a real struggle is, you moving past it, because you were the person it was done to. So it's not just easy to wake up and say, you know, okay, it is what it is. But it is saying you're gonna have to do that if you want to be happy, is what they're showing. Especially moving into November, it's saying you have a lot of new things that are going to be coming to you, a fresh start, a new beginning. But it's saying if you're holding on to this baggage from the past, or holding on to something you haven't forgiven someone for, it's going to be hard for you to see what's, you know, in front of you. You're focused on things that happened in the past. Your present things, present opportunities, it's like literally saying they're passing you by because you're not focused on the present. So Libras, they do want you to focus on what you love to do. Focus on what brings you happiness, your purpose. It's literally what it's saying they want you to focus on.